welcome Wargamers. Hopefully you're liking a couple of our videos so far. I have Grant back today for another 2,000 point battle report. My Ironjawz, the Blue Boys, versus...
my Warclans Big Wog. So,
I see a big model over there. Is there a certain...
Yeah, so I definitely have a theme to my army. I got a Rogue Idol, got to paint it up. I love the model. And it's a list that's built around the Rogue Idol. Because base, I don't think he's as good as a Maul Crusher, but I think with all the buffs, I think he's better than Maul Crusher.
He can move 40 inches, fly in a turn, exploding 6s,
Yep.
+2 to his save. You could really make him a indomitable force.
A monster, if you would say, or a behemoth, which he is both of.
Good. Yeah,
I'd
definitely.
say those.
So I'm running the same Ironjawz list as before. Didn't have time to, build and paint some more models yet. So I'm kind of more familiar now with how it operates. I know Grant has only played one game with your Rogue Idol list before.
Yeah, I've only played one game with the Rogue Idol, but I think Warclans is the book I normally play the most. So I think I know the book, I think, well enough, but I think the Rogue Idol is the one he kind of changes the list a lot because he's the center focus of it.
Yeah, agreed, definitely. So what realm are we playing in today, Grant?
We're doing the Gur realm, so we have the nice beast-flavored spells. If you remember old school fantasy, the Amber Spears in the spell list. And then I think the battle we're doing is Places of Arcane Power. Yes, Places of Arcane Power.
That's a diagonal split with 3 markers, and each one is worth points. It has to be held by heroes, and it's consecutive turns that individual hero has held it.
Yes.
So, I might have an advantage just having a Maul Crusher that can be in the front lines, holding it for a while. Where Grant has a lot more, all his heroes are small and supporting, so he might not want them in the front lines like I do.
Yeah, I think you have 4 heroes, I have 5 heroes, so I have one more edge on you, but you do have the Maul Crusher, which puts the fight there.
Yeah. So it's definitely going to be an exciting game. Two powerful, melee armies. Grant does have some shooting to his list.
I do. I'm a huge fan of running in the Big Wog 30 archers, because I think they can just they give something to orcs that they don't have, which is the range. So I think giving Ironjawz an extra 30 our boys just feels good. Plus they get 3 shots each.
So those
90 shots.
30 Savage Orc Ara boys, they can also receive a lot of the bonuses that the Rogue Idol gets. So it's kind of a good fallback.
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of the bonus splitter spells do, if you roll doubles, let you pick 2 units. So it's a lot of times it can be like, oh, I can get +1 hit to the Rogue Idol, and I can give it to the Ira boys. So it kind of works out.
Giving yourself some options.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the armies. And we're here with my 2,000 points of Ironjawz. I'm running myself an Iron Fist battalion, which includes all my battle line, which is 6 Gruntas with the Jagged Gorhakas. I got myself 3 more Gruntas with the Jagged Gorhakas, and then the 3 are armed with the axes. So one more attack of melee. I have 2 units of 10 Ardboys. I've got myself a Mega Boss Maul Crusher. He is taking the mount trait for +1 damage to his fists. He's taking Griffeather Charm, so he's +1 movement, -1 to hit. He also has Brutish Cunning, so he gets the free Mighty Destroyer move. I have a War Chanter with the Get 'em Beat, which allows to charge 3d6 if I'm in range on a 4+. This one is the Healing Beat. Fix 'em Beat, where he can heal D3 on a 4+ unit nearby. And that's my Shaman. He has my other artifact, which is a Shamanic Skull Cape. Gives him +1 to casting, and if he kills an enemy wizard in the combat phase, he gets to take one of their spells. So pretty nifty. Looking for the +1 to cast. The Iron Fist generates me a command point, but it also allows me to get a free Mighty Destroyer move every turn, just like the Brutish Cunning command trait on my Mega Boss. So it's 2 free command points a turn, where I can either use it to, if they're 12 inches away from an enemy, they can get a free move. If they are within 3 inches of an enemy, they can pile on an attack in the hero phase. And if they are within 12, they can make a charge roll. So all that's done in the hero phase. So I got some neat tricks I can do with that. Pretty excited to see how they perform this time. Maybe we can get a spell off. And we will be back with Grant's Warclans. We're here with Grant's 2,000 points of Warclans. Grant, you want to run it through for us?
Yeah, first one I do apologize. I'm kind of in between a couple paint schemes at the moment, so you can kind of see a few orcs look a little different than other ones. But for my list, I have 2 units of 10 Ardboys. So they got the shields in there as well. I've got a unit of 5 brutes. I have 30 Arrow Boys. I converted to look a little more
Savage Rook
Ironjawzy.
Arrow Boys, right?
Savage Rook Arrow Boys, but I converted them out of some of the bits and then Ard Boys, just because I like the look of Ard Boys a bit more. I've got the big man himself, the Rogue Idol.
Oh, yeah.
I have 2 War Chanters myself. I'm doing the same ones. This one has the Fix and Beat, which heals. This one has the Gun and Beat to let him charge. I have 2 kind of basic Savage Rook guys are standing in right now for my War Docs. I'm still working on getting those models up. This one is just a regular War Doc. He knows the spell Cunning Beast Spirits. It gives... he knows Breath of Pork. It gives someone a double their move and they fly. This is my second War Doc. He has the Mystic Wog Paint. So at the start of the hero phase, I roll d6 and attempt to cast a random spell from the Bone Splitter's lore. And it does let me, if I cast one I already know, I can still cast that same spell again later.
All right.
That's this one. And he knows the... to double check his spell in a moment, actually, because this guy knows 2 spells from the Master of the Weird command trait, because he's my general, and this is a Wargog Prophet. Same thing, I kind of converted him to make him a bit more Ironjawz, a bit more armored there. So he has, he knows an extra spell. He has a +1 to his casting from his artifact of Morky Bone Bits. And he knows the +1 to hit to a friendly Bone Splitters unit, and the +1 to save.
All right.
And then that, and I also have an Iron Fist, which is the unit of Brutes, 2 units of Ard Boys. And then this is my Brute Ball. So I still also have that same kind of trick of Mighty Destroyers, which I can use on the Rogue Idol because he is both the Bone Splitters and Ironjawz, so he gets all of the buffs I can give him.
So he's both those keywords, Bone Splitters and Ironjawz. Sounds good. We will set up for deployment. All right, and we're back with deployment. Grant, you mind taking us down to show us what you put?
Yeah, so I knew I had more drops than you, so I was trying to be a bit more defensive here. So I started with my just kind of wall of my Ard Boys, so 10 and then 10. Archers behind them, trying to be 3 inches away from the front so if they get charged, they're not just engaged. Then just kind of a little bunker of my wizards because they get a +1 to casting within range of the Rogue Idol. He's kind of right up against the line, kind of able to where he needs to go, and then I got the Brutes over here. To go for that flank maybe, I feel like I can kind of move around, like even though I'm slow, I feel like with some of the buffs I can kind of move around.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely kind of have to react to you because you're definitely faster.
All right, I'll give you a rundown of my deployment. So the objectives are here, here, and there. So you need to, it's a diagonal deployment, going from this corner to that corner, and your deployment is 12 inches away from the center line. So I placed some 10 Ard Boys over here with the War Chanter. That War Chanter is able to chant these guys all within 15, this unit of 3. I have my Mega Boss Small Crusher, 10 Ard Boys. 6 Gorgruntas here. This is my boss for the Iron Fist Battalion. I have 3 Gruntas over here. I have the War Chanter that can either get this unit, or this unit. I believe this unit as well, pre-measured. And I have my Shaman way back in range here. So hopefully, it's not possible, unless he gets to double move and fly and he uses it on a wizard, that he could dispel me on my turn. Alright, so I had 5 drops, Grant. You had 7 or 8.
I had 8 drops. 8 drops with my battalion.
So I have the option to go first. So some of my downsides of letting Grant go first are he has free reign of magic. He gets a lot of buffs so he can go on there. Get up in decent position. You know, the Rogue Idol can go anywhere on the board. But if I were to go first and get my guy in range for dispelling, I only have 1 on mind. So that's kind of it doesn't sway my decision too much. So I'm going to opt and let Grant go first.
All right.
You want to take us through to the hero phase in 1 moment?
Yes.
All right, we're back with Grant's hero phase. So what do you got planned, bud?
So the first thing I have to do is, since I'm the Big Wog Allegiance ability, I have the Big Wog points. So I get points at the start of my hero phase. So I get 1 for each War Doc, so I have 2 points. And then I have a 1 for the Wargog Prophet. And then I have 2 for each War Chanter and 1 for the Wargog, so that's 5 total. So 2 War Chanters for 2 each, Wargog 1, so 5 total. So I start at 5. I then every turn get a D6 worth. So I get another 3 and I have 8. And then I can use a command ability, which I'll use 1 command ability for.
So you have 1 left. Grant's yellow. I'm red. I have a battalion and bought a point, so I'm at 2 before my turn.
I just had a battalion and then started the turn. what it lets me do is I can pick a character and count the number of models wholly within 12, or a war chanter, count the number of orc models within 18 inches, and then for every 10 I get 1 WOG point. So I'm pretty sure in deployment I did this. I showed my whole army within 18 of him, which would mean I have 30 arrow boys, so that's 3, 2 units of 10 ard boys, so that's another 5. That's all 5, and then I have 5 characters on foot, and I have 5 brutes, so that's another 10, so it's another 6 points.
All right.
So I actually jumped to a total of 14. Now, with these abilities, it's kind of just a stacking buff, so it starts out with stuff like +1 to run and charge, +1 to run and charge. It gives me, I can spend some points to do some extra casting. It gives me a death save, which is the important one at 12 points. And then 16 and 18 are the big ones. It gives my
16 and 20.
Sorry,
yes.
no, it's 16
and 20.
16 and 18.
It's 16 and 20.
Anyway, 16 and 20. It would give me +1 to hit and +1
at 16.
to wound. Yeah.
And 20 is +1 to wound.
+1 to wound.
So it's a table that you can generate points by like getting a certain size models charging into combat. There are ways for heroes charging into combat or being in combat can generate points. There's that command ability with X amount of models nearby. You can get points to this table, and as you accumulate points, you get these cumulative bonuses to your army. So right now at 14 grand, I believe you have a 6+ death save across the board.
So I have a 6+ death save. I can have +1 to my charges. If I were to take damage and I'm outside of 9 inches of you, I get to move D6 inches, and I can spend some points to add plus to my casting. But I probably won't do that because I want to keep the WOG points.
All right.
So,
once you hit 24 WOG points, can't you do a one-time WOG ability?
Yes.
It can deplete your points potentially on a dice roll, but we'll see when we get there.
Yep.
So what are we starting off with?
Next thing at the start of the hero phase, I have to do his spell. So it's a random one on the D6.
From an artifact?
Yep.
It's a 5?
So yeah, from his WOG paint. So that is the... Apologize. I always have to double check to see what number it is. That spell is number 5. That is a +1 to save, so he was going to try and cast it. It goes off on a 6, and he's within range of the Rogue Idol for +1 to casting.
Alright.
So I need a 5 on dice, so I get it.
Alright.
I did not roll any doubles.
So the Rogue Idol gets +1 to a save, brings him to a 3 up?
Yep, I'm going to give him a +1. Then he will also try and dance at the start of the hero phase. On a 3+, I can give another bonus bonus thing within 6 inches, a +1 to save. So on a 3+, he doesn't get it. I do think I'm going to try that again from the other war doc, because I can try multiple times. I just can't have one unit benefit from it twice.
All right.
So he'll try it on him. Same thing on a 3+. He does get it.
So the Rogue Idol is going to be a 2+.
Yes. Then for spells, we're going to start with him. He casts +1 to hit and run. Sorry, hit, run, and charge. It goes off on a 7. Apologies, it goes off on a 6. He has +1 base from his artifact, and he has +1 from
being near the Rogue Idol.
So I need a 4 on dice.
Oof.
I get it. I didn't roll doubles. If I rolled doubles, I could have picked 2 different units, each get the buff.
Impressive. Both have to be Bone Slitters, I believe, right?
Yes.
All right.
But I think I'm just going to give this to the Rogue Idol. More or less, you're trying to buff this guy up, so in case someone wants to fight him, he's good, because I normally give it to these guys, but there's nothing in range for them to shoot, so I'm not too worried about it. He also has +1 to save as a spell, so we'll try that. That goes off on a 6. Once again, I need 4 on dice, so I get it.
All right.
Not a double.
Who's your target for that?
I'm actually going to pick these guys because he's already at a 2 up.
All right.
So they have now a 5 up save.
All right.
A little better than their t-shirt 6 up save. I have 2 war chanters. Each one is going to give up +1 to damage. It's a unit wholly within 15. I believe I might be okay, but I might be out of range. Nope, I should be good. So this war chanter will give it to these 10 Ard boys.
Yep.
And then I don't necessarily know if he's fighting this round, but I feel like my Ard boys definitely are. So I think this one over here is going to buff this unit of 10 Ard boys.
All right. Is that it for the hero phase?
No, I still actually have 2 more spells to cast.
All right.
We have a lot of things going on. So this one can cast the double move and fly. So we're just going to see who can get it. It goes off on a 6, so I need a 5 on dice because he has a +1 from the Rogue Idol. So he gets it, and I rolled double, So that'll actually mean this one I don't pick 2 units. It actually triples the move of whatever I give
Woo!
it to. So
So the Rogue Idol could be moving 30 inches this turn if you chose to.
yes. So I could put him wherever I wanted right now. However, I could also give it to these guys, and they could move 15, and they could shoot something at that point. But I don't necessarily think that's worth it. I think I don't know. At a 2-up save, it almost feels worth it maybe to throw the Rogue Idol in somewhere.
Hey, it's worth a shot.
I think I'm going to give it to the Rogue Idol for now.
All right.
And then lastly, I have a spell that would make an enemy unit fight last and suffer D3 mortal wounds, but I'm not going to cast it because I'm not within range. I'm just going to try for Mystic Shield.
All right.
So it goes off on a 6, and I need a 5 on dice. Get it?
Fantastic.
We'll give it to this guy to make him as
Rogue
buffed
Idol?
up as we can. So the last thing I have is the Mighty Destroyer's build I can do for my Iron Fist for my big boss.
Mm-hmm.
He is within range. And if I do it, I get to move him 30 inches. I think the thing here is, Chris, I feel like buffed up right now, he might be able to fight. I mean, he's going to be 2s to hit, 3s to wound on one of his attacks. You know what? He didn't get the War Chanter buff. I just almost feel like I don't want to waste the buffs I have right now.
I understand.
Because he doesn't have the War Chanter buff. I might have should have waited for that one. I do think I am just going to maybe use this to reposition him a little bit better. But I think I'm just going to use this Mighty Destroyer's move on this unit of brutes.
All right.
So I'm going to move them. They get to move 4 inches. So I think I'm going to do this. Move them 4 inches up this way. Just kind of move them up this flank. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to just missile this guy forward yet.
Yep.
I had a bit of bad experience with the previous game. So I think that's actually it for my hero phase.
All right. We'll be back with your movement.
We'll still go through everything.
So this is where we end up in Grant's move phase. He ran the Ard Boys forward, moved up the brutes some more, just kind of shuffled everything up. Not in range to shoot, so we won't have a shooting phase right now.
Yep.
But no charges as well. So
no combat. Kind of just move stuff up, try to be defensive. A little afraid you can get a double turn, which could mess me up, but I can only prepare so much for it.
I agree.
So
I agree.
I think I'm a little afraid you're going to teleport something back here, but I'm just going to have to deal with it if it happens.
All right, we'll be back with Ironjawz turn 1. All right, we're back for Ironjawz turn 1 hero phase. So, I intentionally kept my shaman out of range, so even if this guy's ran 6 inches, they could still not be in range to unbind his spell, which is Hand of Gork. So now I have a couple options. I could Hand of Gork the Maw Crusher, put him 12 inches away, and then I can do the Mighty Destroyer move on himself to move 13 inches, plus 1 for the Griff Feather Charm, and smash right into the Rogue Idol. And I could kill him. Not guaranteed. He's top of the 2-up save right now.
2-up save rolling
But-
ones feels pretty good.
But I feel like I could. There's a good chance I could. There's a chance I could.
Yeah.
I could also I could do the same thing. Hand of Gork these 6 Gore Gruntus, throw him behind the archers, smash in, and I could very well kill almost all of them, and it would definitely force him to use his last command point to keep them around.
Yes.
So I have a couple options that way, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to Hand of Gork him and put him on this objective right here, 3 inches away. It'll take 3 turns for the archers because you can't shoot through the woods, and this mausoleum being in the way, I could sit there for a while accumulating some points. And I could even, turn 2, throw this unit of 3 Gruntus and destroy those unit of 10 on my turns. So I think that's my play, and I think I want to take these 3 Gruntus over here, Mighty Destroy them up, and smash the 5 Brutes. Forces him to either bring the Rogue Idol or the 10 Ard-Boys back to try to deal with them. Well, then, while I move this unit of Ard-Boys in cover for a 3-up save and try to get the War Chanter as close to the objective as possible. Might take 2 turns to get there. It does. But that's my plan right now. So it's going to determine what I can roll for the Hand of Gork.
That's true, yeah. It goes off on a 7, and I think it's a +1.
Goes off on a 7, but I have the Shamanic Skull Cape artifact for the Weird Knob Shamans, giving me a static +1 to cast. So I'm looking for 6 on dice. Womp womp. So that stinks. Grant's a bit happy.
Definitely happy that
There's not potentially a Maul Crusher back here.
So now I'm going to go to my Mighty Destroyer moves. I'm still going to use the free Mighty Destroyer move over here. I'll be back with the Mighty Destroyer moves. Alright, so I Mighty Destroyer. I used a command point to Mighty Destroyer this unit of 3 up, and I used their free Mighty Destroyer to move up. And I used the Brutish Cunning from the Mega Boss to Mighty Destroy them up, and they moved up. These guys ran 1 inch. Because my thought process is if I can clear the brutes off, he's going to have to try to focus something over there, but then I can move these guys this way to collapse. These guys ran 1 inch. He ran 1 inch. He ran, I think he ran 4.
He did run 4.
He ran 4.
But how far is your other war trying to run?
1 inch.
Ooh, that's right. How about the Ard Boys in front of him?
1 inch.
Oh, that's right.
So, now that's my movement phase. I have no shooting phase. He's not in range of anything, 8 inches. So now I'm going to go to the charge phase. So I'm going to first start off with this big unit of 6 here, getting a +1. They go 7 inches.
I'm trying to see how far they can go to this side, or...
I'm just trying to see.
I don't want to tell you something, but I want to tell you something.
Hit both units.
You can't hit them there, but that's a unit break.
That's just 1 extra mortal wound potential. It's not
It
really
is.
worth grabbing another unit in. So, 1 guy will be out of range for the impact hits.
Yep.
So, I need 5s. So, they do impact hits on a 4+ for each model within 1 inch from my unit. So, I'm looking for 4s. So, I got 3. So, you get 3 6+ death saves, is that correct?
Yes.
From the WOG table.
Yes, I get the big WOG death saves. 6s? Past 2.
Oh, wow.
So I'll take 1.
Take 1. So now I'm going to charge these 3 Gruntas and see where I can go with them. Getting a +1. They go 6 + 1, 11. No, 6 + 4 + 1. So 11. So I'm actually going to pass this camera over to Grant.
I mean, I wanted to...
It's already
Oh, okay.
6. 8, 3, and then straight 11. So I kept them all in terrain.
Mm-hmm.
So for not for this turn because I charged.
Oh, but for...
So this turn, I'm not going to get the benefit of being covered because I charged. But next turn, if they're still around, those guys will have to shoot those Gorgontas if he doesn't pull enough models away that that they're still in combat. So you would have to shoot those guys, and they're sitting in cover, and they would get a 3-up save with 5 wounds. I feel like that's really durable, and that's going to really be able to hold up. So now with Grant, we're going to go over to these Gorgontas. I'm 3 inches away. I get a static +1 for being Ironjawz, so I just need anything. So I got a 7, 8. So I'm just going to go ahead and
Shuffle these guys
crash them forward. I'm going to then roll 4 pluses.
Yep.
I do 2 mortal wounds.
I still have my death save, so I sneak any 6s. No 6s, that is 2 wounds.
And forgive
On
me,
these guys.
I forgot to do the mortal wounds into the Savage Orc Archer Boys. So I have 2 guys within 1 inch.
Yep.
And 1 guy's out, so I get 2 for a 4+ doing mortal wounds. Get 1.
And I have my 1 6-up. They take a wound.
Alright.
Onto this unit.
That is the charge phase. I'm now going to go with the combat phase. I am going to activate this unit of 6 pigs. My plan is, so they pile in, the plan is to kill the 10 Ard Boys, trigger smashing and bashing, go over to these 3 Gunties who are also war chanted with +1 damage, kill those brutes to then go back to these 3 Gunties who are not war chanted. They're not going to do a crazy lot of damage, but they're just going to be there to tie up, do some wounds. If I do enough, maybe force the command point out of them. We'll see. So we'll be back once I get the attacks ready. So, they each get 3 attacks up top with a Jagged War Hacket, so they're getting +1 to hit and wound when they charge. So my guys up top will be hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, -1 rend, 2 damage. Now the pigs get 4 attacks. They're normally 4s, 4s, but now they're 3s, 3s because they get the same ability when they charge, +1 to hit and wound. So, they're going first. These are my attacks up top. So I'm looking for 2s. Pull out any 1s. So I got 4 1s. And now I'm looking for 2s again. So I have 2 miss. And this is 5, 10, 13. Grant, you just want to roll those dice?
Yep, just going to roll these.
This is a -1, so they will be getting a 5-up.
Yep, just looking for 5-ups.
Good amount.
So
Great amount.
Good amount in there, yeah.
Fucking.
I'm sorry.
Grant was looking for 5s. He rolled them really well.
Yep.
So we got a
Wait, is that a 5 right there?
6. No, I think you pulled this out there. Sure.
Is it? Okay, I don't know. I thought it was a...
So 5 will be go through to damage 10. We'll wait off on the shield save
Yep,
and
is
death
that the
save.
shield? Yep.
But that will be 10 damage so far.
Yep, so 10 damage.
So now with the pigs, they get extra attacks. So these guys are hitting on 3s.
The pigs are angry, though.
I think it's
No, I think it's above average. Miss with 7?
not like your roll.
I mean,
What's this say now?
that was it. That was one dice you rolled.
Now I'm looking for 3s again. Not good,
That one
folks.
wasn't as good.
Could ruin all my plans. So this is 7 more. No rend.
No, right? So I
Hope
need
it doesn't roll like last.
4s. So I
2.
think I failed 2. So 2 more damage, though. So,
Alright, so 12 dice.
no, 14. Was it
Yeah.
10 plus 2 more? So I need to do my death saves first. I only have... So one guy has a wound. He must take his death save. So he fails it. So I have 13 more to take. The rest I'll take on the shields. I'll take the rest on the death saves. So that model is dead. There is a total of 14. So these are looking for 6s. Past 1. And then I'll try and take these on my shields. I have to kind of take them 8 at a time, though. So 6s. 3 passed. So I'll take 3 more. So that means those are wounds through, and this is wounds through. So my 1 model's dead, and then that's the 4 shields, and then 1 wound left on a guy. So,
Alright, so I'm real salty and real angry that, yep. So, go ahead, Grant, who are you going to choose to attack with?
these guys will swing. There is the 3 regular brutes with their attack, I think they're also pig Ironjawz or just Ironjawz. They would need 3s and 3s. Actually, they'll be...
They get +1 to hit because I have 4 more
Yes.
wounds per model.
So there'll be 2s to hit. So they all
Not a
hit.
miss.
And there'll be 3s to wounds. So that'll be... Looks like 9 at -1/1.
So it's 8, 1, and 1 dies, and the other one takes 3 wounds.
Alright, and then the Gore Choppa is 3 attacks. Normally 4, so it'll be 3s because you're 5 more wounds. So 3s. So those miss. And then it is 3s to wounds. So that fails. And then lastly is the boss. He has the boss calling Brute Smasher, so it's going to be 4 attacks at 4s, but now it's 3s. So 3s. And then 3s again. So that's 2 at -1, 2 damage. So I think that's just 2 full guys, right?
Yep.
And then it's your combat. So I'm assuming into the archers.
3 pigs.
You should be able to get them on because if you're right, you just have to tow to get cover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can pull it to the side like this from right. Tow it.
Alright. We'll be back with the attacks. Alright, so these gruntas up top are now, with the axes, get +1 attack, are not war chanted, and they're going to be attacking in. They need 3s. They need 3s again. 3.
So they have a 5-up from the +1 save. So pass 1. So it'll be 2 death saves so far, so we'll keep that off to the side.
3 pigs, threes. Pigs are hitting, but let's see if they can wound. No.
5s again.
4s. No, 5s.
Fives. So fail 3. So that was a total of 4 death saves.
Thought it was 5.
No, it was 5. Yes, it was 2. Thank you. So then 6s. So pass 1, so 2 guys die.
And a wound, I think, transfers over, maybe?
Yeah, because I have 1 wound out there right now. So dead. Move that there.
And then we'll be back with Grant's piling in his axe. Alright, Grant has 6 archers able to fight back. He needs 4s and 4s.
4s.
3 hit.
4s. So just 1, no render.
1 wound. 4 up. Nope.
Doesn't matter.
He's champ. No,
Middle
no,
shape?
yeah.
Okay.
Takes a wound. So now I'm going to go to my last grunt over there. Champion gets 4 attacks. Needs 2s because you charge. Jagged Gore Hackers. 4 hit. He needs 2s to wound. 3, -1.
3. So it's going to be 5s. So
That's 2 damage each. And now I have my pig needing 3s. It charged, so it gets +1 to hit wound the pig. 3s again. I got 2. No rend, so 4 ups.
4 up. Also 2 damage. So 6 damage. Looking for 6s. So no, that's 3. That's 2 dead guys full and 2 wounds transfer. So we're just gonna kill him and him, so don't lose coherency. Put it over there.
Alright, that is it for the combat phase. Now we go on to the battle shock. My pig over there is Bravery 7. I lost 2, so I'm Bravery 5. On a 6, he runs. 6. No. And his brutes lost 2, so he's checking the bravery now.
Their bravery 6. So that means losing 2 puts me to bravery 4. So 5 or 6 someone runs.
Correct. 5 or 6.
I think I need to save the command point in case I need for something else. So no big numbers. So we're good.
All right, and the Ard Boys actually did not get to attack yet.
Oh, that is true. They do
So we're gonna be back with those attacks. All right, so 5 guys attacking back. They get 3s, -1, 2.
So 3s.
Looks like it's spreading.
And 3s.
Looks like this combat's a whiff over here.
Yep.
Both of us.
So 6, rend 1, 2 damage.
Rend 1, 5 ups. Show me some 5s. Got 2. So that is 2 damage each.
Yes.
So that is 8 damage. Kills a Grunta and spills over 3 damage.
Yes.
So my guys will not be able to run. But Grant lost 5 guys.
I did lose 5. Their bravery, I believe. I always forget the bravery. I believe it's base 6 plus 2 because of the banner. So
Which would
bravery
8 -5. So on a 4+ models run.
Yes. And I don't think anyone's in range to give them Inspiring Presence, so I'm just going to have to roll it. So
They're good.
They don't
So
wanna
we are
rush.
going to roll off and see who gets turn 2.
Yeah, no one scores points. We just roll so you get to turn 2. I win ties.
All right.
I will.
All right, and we're back with Grant's hero phase. So what do you got starting off? Want to start with the walk table, Grant?
Yeah, walk table. So I get 5 points, so I go to 19 because I still have the 2 War Chanters and the War Gog. I get my D6, 6, so I go to 25.
So you're theoretically maxed out, right? You get +1 to hit, wound, all the goodies. You can even cast the Wog.
Yes, I could cast the Wog ability board wide. Everything that's +1 to hit and wounds in the melee phase, so it doesn't affect their shooting. I could end up with 5 more total points. It caps at 30, but I only need 24 to use the Wog ability if I want to, but I can lose some. So the next thing that has to happen at the start of the phase, he has to see what spell he
Rolls
casts.
for his random spell.
Yep, so he gets spell 3, which is the +1 to hit run and charge, so he'll try and cast that. Needs a 6, but he's within range of Rogato, so it's 5 on dice. So it goes off on a 5.
Who are you giving that to?
I'm probably going to give it to I think right now I can cast again, but I think since I have it for free, I'm going to put it on him. So he will get the +1 to hit.
Moving 20 and fly and +1 to hit right now.
Oh, no, that was... He doesn't have move 20 and fly. That was just +1 hit, run, and charge.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're fine. That was just my free spell. I'm going to try and give him that, though.
Yeah.
Or maybe the triple move from, like, turn 1. Then we're going to do the dances. So he's going to dance for +1 save first to try and give to him. So that'll go up on a 3+. It doesn't. He will try and give to him then. Goes up on a 3+. It doesn't. I still have his spell, so I can't get him to a 2-up, but I can get him to a 3-up. He will then cast his spell of...
The Wargog Prophet?
Yeah, Wargog Prophet will cast his +1 save spell.
Alright.
So that goes off on a 6, so I need a 4 on dice because he has +1 base and the Rogue Idol. So it goes off on a 8, 10.
I'm at a range, so that goes off.
Okay. So he'll get +1 save. He also knows the +1 to hit spell, the Wargog, so he'll cast that now. So same thing, goes off on a 6. I need a 4 on dice. Goes off.
Alright.
Not doubled. I don't think he needs the +1 to hit again, because I already have +1 to hit base from Big Wog Table, so I'll give it to these boys, because that'll help him in the shooting phase. He has one more spell, but we'll wait on that, because he can cast 3 total. We'll now go to his spell of the
War Dog spell, double move fly.
Yep, which will go off on a 6, and he needs a 5 on dice, so it goes off.
Yep.
Not double, so it's just double the move. I do think I am going to give it to him. So Rogue Idol.
Alright.
And then his spell is he can pick a unit within 18 inches. It goes off on a 7. It'll do D3 mortal wounds and make them fight last until my next hero phase. Until the end of that combat phase.
Alright.
So it's only for 1 round. So he will try and cast it. So it goes on a 7, but he's +1 Rogue Idol, so needs a 6 on dice. Does not go off.
Okay.
And then his last spell, we are in the realm of Gur. I don't think there's a lot of good. There's some damaging spells in there, but I don't think there's any that are really fantastic. So I think I'm just going to try and give him
Rogue Idol Mystic Shield.
Yep. Goes off on a 6, so I need a 4 on dice. Gets it. So he's decently buffed. Not the 2-up I want him to be, but I still think he's got...
So any Mighty Destroyer moves?
I do have that. I think he can get to where he wants to. It is tempting to give him the move and then try and get him...
Who's the Brute Boss?
The Brute Boss is right here. So he can go to...
Wholly within 12?
Yep, wholly within 12. Because that is the tip of his base.
No, it's not.
He should be...
We'll be back.
Against the building.
So I believe Grant's going to Mighty Destroyer the Rogue Idol.
Well, no, we checked that. It was a couple inches, like a half an inch out, so which is entirely fine. So I'm going to have these guys actually pile and attack in the hero phase. So these guys are just going to move on up and try to maybe clear out this Grunta. So they'll fight right now. So I have 2 regular guys. They'll be on 2s and then 2s because of the Big Wog Table buffs. So 2s.
Bad roll. Rolled 1s like 4s, Grant.
I did.
Doesn't feel good, does it? 3 at -1?
3 at -1.
5s. Pass 2, take 1. Is that damage what? 1?
Damage 1.
Alright, so sitting on 1.
And then the boss, he's actually going to hit you on 2s now. It's only 4s, but you have more than 5 wounds and a +1 to hit from the block table.
Sounds good.
So 2s. And then 2s again. So 2 more. I believe these are damage...
Random damage 1.
I do apologize. He is... Damage... It is rend 1, but damage 2.
Alright, need to pass 1 for him to live. Pass 1, take 3 damage in total.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, is that it for your hero phase, Grant?
I believe... No, I do have the War Trainer buffs to put out.
Alright, so you're going to choose.
I will put it on the Rogue Idol from the War Trainer hiding behind the building.
Alright.
And then I think the last one is going to go on... Didn't get that spell off, so they can fight at any time. I don't think they need the buff. If anything, I think these guys need it. I do think I made a mistake. I should have buffed them up and the Rogue Idol and then had them kill him in the hero phase. Which definitely was a mistake on my part.
I think you expected them to kill it, because math easily, that you kill it pretty handily. You rolled really poorly, and I rolled a couple 6s for 6.
Yeah, but I still think just to be safe. But I think that's
You're right, because you could have moved them up and then go after the Yard
yeah,
Boys.
exactly. And then fight them with the damage too. So, but I think I'm still fine with here. Oh, last thing about Hero Phase is, I didn't even think about it. The War Chanter behind here has the Fix and Beat. He's gonna try and heal my Brute.
All right.
So on a 4+, he'll heal him D3. He doesn't heal him.
All right.
So,
So now we are going to go to the movement phase.
yes.
We'll be back. All right, we're back at the end of the movement phase. Grant has moved the Rogue Idol 20 inches to be 3 inches away. He moved the Air Boys forward. The heroes kind of ran up behind. And the War Chanter just kind of stayed back there behind the building. So now we're going to go in the shooting phase. But with these amount of guys, I think he only lost 2, so or a little more maybe.
I lost 2, so there'd be 28 guys, each getting 3 shots.
So we're going to roll the hit and wounds off camera. All right, so Grant decided to use the all-out shooting command for 1 command point. Made them reroll hit rolls of 1 in the shooting phase, which worked. What was the number you had? The rolls converted into 4s?
I think we had like 5 or 7 was like converted from 1 to 4s.
I think it was like 7. So definitely good value. He was getting +1 to hit from one of the spells. So they normally hit on 5s, so now to 4s. Mm-hmm. So with the hit and wounds, his wound rolls were not great. I have 14 in total saves, no rend. I am in terrain, so I will be at a 3+ save. I feel... So, I think this was a 2. 1 piggy dies, and another one takes a wound.
So I think that leaves a pig with 3 wounds left, looks like.
So how many were on that guy?
There's 4 left on him.
So we did 6 in total.
Yep, so kill this guy, and then...
So it does how many to him? It does 4 to him?
Oh, do 4 to him, and then
4,
2.
5, 9.
Right? Yeah, 6 wounds. So 4 to him, and then 2 to him.
No, I still have 2 wounds. Oh, yes. I thought you were implying the champion was gone.
Oh, no. Sorry,
Yeah.
no.
Just like, I'm really confused. I'm like, this is not how math works.
No.
All right, so now we are going to go to the charge phase. Grant, do you have any charges you want to make?
Yes.
None? All right, my turn.
I do have him. The Get Him Beat on a 4+, can make a unit charge 3d6.
Hey.
So I'm gonna see if it goes off. Let's see, a 4+. It does.
It does.
I am gonna put it onto these guys.
The Yard Boys.
So I think the first charge I'm gonna do is the easy one.
Do you mind measuring 12 out?
I can be 18 inches away to make the charge. It is 3d6. You can measure 18. Yeah. So we'll do this one. It's the easy one first. So big guy's gonna charge in. He auto gets him. We'll just see what number he gets. He gets 7 plus
8.
1, 8, and we're just gonna slide on into the side right there.
Reducing my attacks back, if they're still alive. Any other charges, Grant?
Yes, these guys will try and charge. So 3d6. We're just gonna see where they get to go. So that's only 7 total. Not really anywhere I want them to be. I could reroll, but I don't think I want to give them my 1 command point.
I agree.
And I think it would be good to throw them into those 10 guys, but I also think I don't think it's worth it.
For unit activations and stuff, it may not be
best.
best.
Yeah, because speaking of unit activations, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 combats going. I think he has to go first. I kind of want these guys to go first to kill him, so they don't die, because they might die in the return. He still is damaged too.
Yeah.
But I think
I agree with you.
If I don't kill these guys, those 5 are 100% dead. If I can keep them alive, I think it's worth it.
All right, Grant. So who's going first?
So I think I'm going to start with him. I'm not going to do anything at the start of the combat phase. I don't think I need to put any buffs out there.
I have 2 command points, but I do not have heroes in range to grant any buffs. Right. So Grant will be back with the Rogue Idol attacks. All right, so what profile is this, Grant?
So we're going to start with his Multiplax Stomping Feet. At the top of his table, it's 10 attacks. He needs 3s and 3s normally, so it'll be 2s and 2s from the Big Wog ability, and he has a static +1 from his spell.
Sounds
so this
great.
will be 2s. And then this will be 2s as well. So it looks like 7 total, which I believe these are also Rend 2, and there'll be 3 damage apiece.
So I'm looking at 6s. Got 1, so I go... That is 18 damage.
Alright.
Continue.
And then he has his last 2 attacks are his Bouldery Fists. They are, once again, it's normally 3s and 2s, but right now will be 2s and 2s.
Sounds
so
good.
2s, they hit. And for wounds, 2s. These are -2, but they'll be D6 +1.
So 6s again. How much damage?
So it's going to be
18 plus 7.
+7, and well, then plus 2 more, because it's D6 +1 from the War Trainer buff. So it'd be 7, 2, so 9, so 18 plus 9.
27.
27 damage.
I have, let's see, 3, so 23, 27 you said?
27, yeah.
The unit is dead.
Rogue Idol, for the money of Gorks, goes in there and smashes some piggies.
Alright, we'll be back with my attacks with this single Grunter over here. Alright, I'm back with my unit champion fighting 3 brutes that have a total of 8 wounds left on him. He's still War Chanter +1 damage, so with 5 attacks, no, they were the, no, 4 attacks, because +1 for the champ. I need 3s because I didn't charge. So I got 3 hit. I now need 3s to wound. I get 1 wound, -1.
So I have a 5 up. They love it.
Pigs.
Pig's angry though.
2.
4s. Because brutes love it.
Alright, Grant, and you, 2 archers over there?
So 12.
Alright, Grant's back with his archers. 6 attacks. They're getting +1 to hit from the spell, +1 to hit and wound from the log table, so they're going to be 6 attacks. I think they're 2 attacks each, aren't they?
No, I believe they're...
Okay, 1 attack each. 2s to hit, 3s to wound now with the buffs.
Yes. So they're just going to be at 2s and 3s. So 2s.
Still got those 2 1s, now 3s.
And 3s. So 3. No round 1 damage.
Enough to kill him. 3 up. 7 cover still. And they passed them all. So, I'm now going to go with these pigs. I'm going to do... They have the extra attacks up top. Because they have the axe as opposed to the spears. But, they hit on 3s, even if they don't charge. So, 3s to hit. 2 miss. I need 3s to wound. I got 1 wound. 1 didn't, so 6 total so far.
Alright, so I'll do...
I have -1.
Yep, -1. So they actually have no saves. That'll be just 6 wounds. Because they didn't give them +1 save this turn.
Now the pigs, they didn't charge, so it's going to be 4s and 4s. 3 from the pigs.
Alright, that'll be 3 6-ups. Those fail. So this will be a total of 9 6-ups. So no.
None. You should have got 1, 2 there, bud.
Yes. So, that would be 1 on... Because 1 guy's a wounds, and then should be 4 other guys.
So 5 guys in total.
5 guys leaving.
Not bad, guys. I think that's the benefit of having these axes. They can stick around in combat, do a little more damage. And I think we're going to return with Grant's brutes. Swinging back on my Grunta.
We do.
Alright, brutes are gonna chop down this pig.
So
They want some bacon themselves. They're jealous they don't have gore gruntas.
They are jealous. They want to ride that pig. They just want to kill your orc and then just take the pig.
So we have 2 regular guys here needing 2s.
So 2s initially, so 2 misses.
And then 2s again.
Yep.
+1 to hit and wound from the log table.
Yes. So 6, -1, 1.
5s. He did just enough with the regular guys just to kill him. Didn't even have to bring the boss out to fight me.
Yeah, those guys were enough. I mean, 8 attacks.
Now we're going to go to Battle Shock phase. I did not lose anything. That is still on the board. So,
Yep.
these guys do not need to take. The archers did lose 5.
They lost 5. Their bravery 5.
+2 because there's 20 models in there.
Yes.
So bravery 7.
So anything higher than a 3 or higher means the guys are going to run. I do think I'm going to spend my last command point here to make them immune to Battle Shock. I think I need to make sure they're okay, because they're holding that unit up, even though they're not doing too much. I don't want any more to run.
All right, sounds good. We will be back with Ironjawz turn 2. All right, so back with the Ironjawz hero phase. I go up to 3 command points on the red dice. He has. I'm going to try to cast the Hand of Gork again. I need a 6 on dice, and because it takes a 7 to go off, but I get +1 because of Shamanic Skull Cape. And his wizard over there is out of range
Of the Rogue Idol.
of the Rogue Idol to get +1. So I'm looking for a big number here. Nope. Alright, I'm going to throw some more chanting out. This guy is going to war chant the Mega Boss. And my other guy is going to war chant these 10. So, I have no more hero facings. I do want to mention that this guy here can do the run and beat that makes you charge faster. 3d6 and 18. This guy heals, but I got nothing really left to heal in range. So I'm going to make some Mighty Destroyer moves and come back. Alright, so I did my Mighty Destroyer and my movement phase. So I Mighty Destroyer the free one from here. And I believe that's the only Mighty Destroyer I actually used this turn. I only have one because my boss is dead over there. So now I'm going to go to the shooting phase. I'm going to shoot the bellows into the rogue idol. D6 shots. 2 shots. 3s to hit.
2s.
2s to hit. 3s to wound. 3s.
The crypt.
1 at -1.
So he is a 3 up, so we'll go to 4 up. So he's a 4 up. So he fails it.
Got a 5 up death save.
Yeah, he's a 5 up built-in save, so he loves it.
Alright. So now we go to the charge phase. I'm going to try to charge those Ardbreeze. So I'm going to first, to be in the charge phase, give the Get 'em Beat, pick a unit, and on a 4+, they can charge 3d6. So on a 4+, no. So they're still going to charge, because, yeah. So I get a 7 + 3, 10. So I believe they're well in range.
You're like 7 away. You were 8 away, so 10's good. So I'll just move these.
Do you mind moving this in for me, Grant?
100%. I got you, buddy.
I'm going to go with these Ardboys over here. They are going to charge 2d6 + 3. 5. So I believe that might be a just in. If not, I do have 2 command points for me to... We'll be back. So it looks like they were out by 1 inch. So I'm going to use one of my 2 command points and give them a reroll. So they rolled a 9 + a 3 for a 12. I am just going to...
I can measure that for you so you can see where you can go. So
can hit some heres if I want to. I am at damage 2, so I could really wreak some havoc here.
I believe I thought those were damage 1. These are damage 2.
Correct, I apologize. I apologize. So I'm just going to go ahead and face these Ardboys on. It's going to be a losing fight, because he's at +1 damage. I'm not. But, we'll see. Oh, I'm sorry, Grant.
That's okay. It's just some good old unadulterated Ardboy on Ardboy action.
And last but not least, the Maw Crusher. He needs, he's 3 inches away, he gets +1, so he autos in, but just gonna roll. He gets a 4.
And this is the objective, we can move this if we need it.
So he's gonna smash there, and he's gonna be in range for the objective. If he lives, my War Chanter ran over here. I've used a command point to make it a 6. It's the only way I can get him within 3 inches to grab that objective as well. So now I'm gonna roll for a destructive bulk. After my charge from Maw Crusher, you choose a unit within 1 inch. And you roll 8 dice, according to the table, and each 5 up is a mortal wound. So let's see if I can get any 5s. Nope. So now we're going to go to
the combat phase, I
the
believe?
combat phase.
Yep.
I am going to go with the Maw Crusher first.
Do you have any command points you want to use at the start of the combat phase?
Let's see. So I think I'm going to give my general +1 to hit from himself.
Alright.
So we'll be back with his attacks. Alright, to the Maw Crusher. He gets War Chanted, so he's +1 damage, so he gets 8 attacks up top and 8 down below. I'm going to do the attacks up top first. They get +1 to hit from his own command ability. So 8 dice, I need 2s. All hit.
He's angry.
Now I need 3s. I have 5 at -1.
So 5 at -1. This would be a
4 up.
Yep, to a 4 up save. So he fails 1, and I believe that's 3 damage.
3 damage.
Alright.
Now my 8 attacks from my Maw Crusher. Needs 2s as well. All hit, so again, angry.
And the +1 was worth it. You got 2 more extra hits in there.
So now I need 3s. So we have 6 at -2.
So this will be a 5 up. Ooh, that's not good.
Each one of those is damage 4.
So that would be 24 plus 3, so 27.
We're doing 27 death saves.
So he does have a 5 up. And then he has a 6 up after that from the WOG table.
Really hoping he dies.
So I definitely think I think it's possible, but you know what? I don't think Gork or Mork would allow this to happen.
I don't know, I think the Ironjawz are showing who's the real Gork and Mork.
Alright, so let's see. I need 5s.
A lot of 5s. I think he's good, actually.
Let's pull out the fails. Oh no, I still have a lot of dice in my hand. So out of 27, I made 9.
So 18. You need to make
18.
3 6s for him to live.
No, 18. I need to make 4. Because he's 15 moves.
Okay, I thought it was 16.
Nah. So I'm looking for some 6s. I think
He did.
it's a 4 on the
He did.
moves.
All right, Grant, who you going with?
I think I'm gonna go with.
10 brutes, 10 Arboys.
I think these have to go first, just because I think I do the most there. I think these brutes are just dead. I don't. No, I think this is a bad idea, but I think the brutes are gonna go first.
I think it's. I think you're really going to go with the Arboys there. Just do it.
Okay, sure. Our boys will go. So we'll see how many can get in. I think I'm gonna be
So
one shy.
failed to kill the rogue idol. He's got 1 wound left, and a really good rolls. So I can't do anything about that.
So I'm gonna have 9 guys fight, which will be 2 attacks apiece. So there'll be 18 plus the champ who has 4. So let's get 8 guys. These guys will be 2s, and then 2s -1 2 damage from the War Chanter buff. So 2s. So a lot of hits there. This 2s, and then 2s as well.
Looking at dead unit Arboys, guys.
So that's 6, 12, 16 saves at -1.
5s. Passed a lot myself,
You did, yeah.
but still going to be most likely a dead unit. All right, so now this many 2 damage,
Yes.
and I have 3 shielders in the unit.
Did you
2,
lose anyone from there?
2. No,
Then you should have 4 shields.
no, I have 3 models of shields.
Okay.
So I'm going to do. So this is times 2. So we go.
So you,
So I'm going to roll 6 on the shields.
Yep.
Looking for 6s. Got 1, so I can try for 1 more. Nope. So I have saved 1. And then it's this much damage. 5, 10, 12.
plus those fails, right?
18.
Right. So then it'll be 1 left, right?
1 left, and he's going to be going into that rogue idol.
He's gonna kill the rogue idol.
So I'm going to go ahead and try to see if he can kill the rogue idol over here.
Oh no, he definitely could. I think it's your champ too, right?
I forgot to wog. This would have been a turn I should have wogged. Gotten extra attacks. So again, that's a big misplay on my part.
Yeah.
2 attacks. 1 wound.
-1.
-1, so 4?
4 up.
5
Then
up,
he
6
has
up.
a 5 up. Then he has a 6 up. And he lives. With a 6.
Grant's going ahead with the 3 brutes over here, surrounded by the Ardboys. Let's see if he can wipe off this unit.
So pile in. So these 2 regular guys need 2s. From the big wog, +1 to hit. And they'll need 2s to wound as well from the +1 to wound buff. So it looks like 7 at -1 damage.
Pass 3, take 3. So a guy shields, so
So just 2.
take 2.
Okay. And then the brute also go. He needs 4s, almost now 3s. And then he needs 2s to wound. So 3 at -1, 2 damage.
5s. 2 more damage.
Yep. So,
So-
then 2 shield saves.
2 shields.
Okay. So just 2 shield guys die. So I'm assuming this guy who can't fight, and then this is a shield, but he can pile on it.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead with the pigs over here. So same. I get 5 attacks with the boss, the champion, And 4 from the regular guy.
Yep.
I need 3s. And 3s again. So I get 4 at -1.
Alright, so they'll just take 4.
And then I get my 8 attacks from pigs. And that will be 4s and 4s, because they didn't get any buffs for charging.
There's a 4 back there.
I don't think I read that.
Oh, okay.
2, no rend.
So I'll be a 6 up. So they fail. So it's a total of 6 damage. So they'll take their big walk save. And they'll pass 2, and I'll lose 2 more guys. And a wound will still carry over.
Alright.
So-
So now it's going to be Grant's choice. You're going to do the Rogue Idol or the Archers.
I think I'll just do the archers get out of the way because we're over here. So
Alright.
6 attacks. There'll be 2s. And then 2s. So 4 and no rend 1.
Still in cover, so I get 3s. I fail 2. Brings the guy down to 1 wound. Now I'm going to go with my Ard Boys over there. So we will be back. Alright, so I get 16 attacks from my Ard Boys at +1 damage into the Brutes. I need 3s to hit. Threes to hit. Good hit. Now I need 3s to wound.
These brutes might be.
At damage 2, I mean,
Oh yeah, these brutes are.
I think I'll quit now if they stay alive.
Brutes live.
So we're looking at 11 at -1.
Alright, so I'm looking for some 5-ups. So definitely not enough. I made 3.
Still gets us 6-ups though.
I do get the 6-ups.
2 damage each. So you can roll that twice if you'd like.
We'll just do this first. 6s. So I passed 1, but to be fair, I think this is enough to kill the unit. It is. That's enough to kill them. So they will.
Smashing and bashing. Should have went with them earlier. Just not really thinking with my head, I guess, guys. A little frazzled. So now Grant has the Rogue Idol. So we'll be back as he checks the new chart. So with the new profile, he's a bit weakened.
He is, yeah. So we'll start with his bouldering fists. He needs 2s to hit. So 1 hits.
He's getting -1 from the Grey Feather,
Yep, but he's.
the +1 for the Wog Table, and +1 for the spell.
And then he's normally a 5 to wound, so now he's a 4 to wound. So it doesn't wound. And then his Stomping Feet, only
So
2 attacks now.
That was 4, you said.
No, it's 5s
Okay.
and +1 to 4s, yeah. So now it's this one, I just lose number of attacks, so I'm still 2s and 2s, so 2s to hit. And then 2s to wound. So 2 at -2, 3 damage.
So 3-up goes to a 5-up.
He loves it.
He likes it. Bounced off there. So I believe that's all of our combats, and we're going to check for Battle Shock. I lost...
He does do one thing at the end of the
Oh, he
battle
does
shot,
like
the combat
boulders
phase.
fall off of him
Yeah,
or something.
Rubble and ruin. So roll dice for each enemy unit within 3 inches. And on a 4+, they suffer mortal wounds.
Alright, so I'm going to roll for the Ard Boy.
So the Ard Boy. No.
And the Maw Crusher.
Maw Crusher. Yes. So 1 mortal wound.
1 mortal wound on the Maw Crusher. Thank you. He's got 14 left. He did not gain anything, he did not kill any models. So now we're on to Battle Shock. I lost 9 over there, so he's just going to run away.
How many did you lose over here?
2.
2?
How many are left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
They're fine.
2. No, because you're only bravery 6 now. You're not in combat.
Okay.
So
Bravery -2, so on a 5-6. They're good.
you're good. My brutes are dead.
I think the Archers lost 3 more guys.
Archers did lose 3. They're bravery 5, so the bravery plus they still have over 20. They still have at least 20, so they'll be bravery 7 -3 puts them on a 4. So 5 or 6 someone runs. Ooh, 2 people run.
2 more guys go.
We'll take the wounded guy and we'll take this guy.
Alright, we are going to go to...
And well, I do believe you also score though.
I do
2
actually
points.
was able to get a War Chanter here over there. And Maw Crusher in the center for 2. So we are going to go for the roll-off.
Yep.
Ironjawz are really looking for this. Alright.
All right.
Alright, we're back with Grant's turn 3 or 4?
Turn 3.
Turn 3.
Yep. So one thing we had forgotten, which I'll roll for now, is the War God Prophet at the start of my command hero phase. On a 4+ gets me a command point, and he does.
It does. Put you at 2.
Puts me at 2. So then we will do his random spell. So on a d6, it's a 1. It is. I'm just gonna double check. I'm 90% sure it is only 6 inches, but it is essentially a hero that's very close to him.
Huh.
So if it's like 8, or like 12 or something awkward like that, he might have it. Oh no, that's what it is. I remember now. It's picking him here within 3 inches, so
Wow.
he'll never use it.
Wow.
So that won't go off. So now I think I'm going to cast. It's his spell.
Just cast the -1 to fight last, because that's the one I'm going to go to, yeah.
That's one. I'm just getting out of the way first. So it goes up on a 7. I'm not within range, so it's just going to be a 7. I do think I am. I'm at 30 WOG points. I do think I'm going to spend D6 WOG points to get myself +2 to this casting.
All right, so D6?
So I'm going to lose D6 WOG points. I'm going to lose 4. But I'll still be at 26. And then I'll have +2 to this casting result.
All right, so you need a 5 on dice.
5 on dice. So I got the 5, so I got that 7.
So I'm going to try to dispel that, or unbind it. I do, actually.
Okay.
So my Maul Crusher does not fight last. Kind of throws a wrench in some of his plans.
It does. So now I think I have to get my regular buffs out as normal. So I think to be safe, the first thing I do is try and cast... I do plan on running these guys, so I think removing a +1 to hit for them isn't necessary. Might be good for him so he can run and charge. Let's do this first. He's going to try and dance for +1 save on them. So it'll be on a 3+. He gets it.
Who gets that?
The Arrow Boys, because they're boat splitters.
Because it's wholly within 12, right?
No, within 6.
Awesome.
Yep.
How about second dance?
Second dance, I think, is going to be... I should have done this first, but it's fine. I'm going to do +1 to casting onto him.
Okay.
So, on a 3+, yes.
All right.
So he'll now have a +2 to casting. So it's like he's next to the Rogue Idol still. This one has double move and fly, so I think I'm going to try and cast that.
Just 1 second.
Big mistake on my part there.
All right. So he's going to cast what with the +2?
He's going to cast, it is +1 to saves.
All right.
So he needs, it goes up on a 6, so he needs a 4 on dice. He gets it, and I rolled a double. I do believe that is one of the ones that will allow him to choose 2 units, but I may be wrong. A lot of the spells do that. No, it doesn't do anything on doubles. So I'm just going to put it, I believe, it is a unit wholly within 12, so it might just have to be, yeah, it will just have to be the Rogue Idol.
All right, so Rogue Idol going to a 3-up.
Yep, which I think keeps him safe. I then will cast his spell, which is the double move and fly. We'll see if we get that off. He does get it off. So I think is going to give it to him.
To the Rogue Idol?
Just so he can deny some... because he's already slow speed at his speed 2, and I kind of want to get him out of there, so doubling his move feels good, I think, right now.
All right.
I will also try and cast +1 to hit, run, and charge.
All right.
Him. Does not go off because I only have a +2. And then the last spell, because he's cast spell, he has a total of 3 to cast. So I'm just going to go over real quick the beast spells, just make sure I'm not missing anything right there, and then...
And we'll be back. All right, so Grant just went through the Gur spells and found a Cower, which goes off on a 6.
Yep.
Pick an enemy monster within 12 inches, and if you roll 2d, you roll 2d6, and if it's above the bravery, they cannot charge on my next turn.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
So I'm going to see if I can get it off. So he needs a 4 on dice. He gets it with a 6.
Gets it.
I do think I want to put it on the Maul Crusher.
All
So
right.
you won't be able to make a charge next turn. Now, this might bite me in the butt if you get a double turn, because it's only your next turn. But I still think it can give me a chance to delay you enough right now. I do believe that is the end. No, I need a +1 damage out for my War Chanters. This one will give these guys the buff, and then he will give them the buff.
All right, is that it for your hero phase?
Yes, that is it for the hero phase.
All right, and we'll be back with the movement phase. All right, so Grant's movement phase, he retreated the Archer boys, moved the 5 Ard boys over here to try to clean up the pigs. He retreated the Rogue Idol. He only has base inch move 2 now with this many wounds, but it was doubled because of the spell.
Yep.
And then he ran 5, so he moved 9 inches away. Puts him within 12 of this, so I can't Mighty Destroyer closer. Forces me to run. He moved these Ard Boys over here to make a charge on these Ard Boys. And he retreated his War Chant over there in efforts to kind of get closer. So now we're going to go to charges. Grant, where do you want to start off at?
I'm going to start, I guess, here, because it's the important one. So first thing is, he's going to, on a 4+, try and give him 3d6 charge.
Alright.
So let's see if he gets it. He does. So then they'll charge 3d6.
Alright.
Pause it real quick.
So Grant got the go get him beat to charge 3d6.
Yep.
So we're going to roll and see what he gets.
So
An 11 plus their 3, 2 from the banner, 1 for the log table. Yep.
So that's going to be
13.
13. No,
14.
14. So I want to see how far they can get, because I do want to try and... Okay, so I can get a couple towards him, so I'm going to keep this charge.
Oh boy, I'm looking to hopefully keep him alive. Maybe being in terrain might help.
It does give you a 3-up, but I only can get a couple on you, and unfortunately I do want to fight these guys, so I'm going to have to kind of string these guys out a little bit. But we're going to try to maximize that 1 inch here. I don't know if 3 guys can do it, but we're going to see. And then these guys will follow up. Just kind of pile into here. I'm going to move this for right now. And then the back guys will be there. So these guys will all pile up and around here.
Alright, Grant. How about these 5 hard boys over here?
These ones will charge.
They're going to automate get in, but it's just going to roll to CFR. They go 8 plus 3.
So
11.
just kind of sneaking around.
Alright. Any other charges, Grant?
Oops, that should be on him. It should be on... I guess it was that guy. Okay. I do believe that was all of my charges.
So who you want to go for first in the common phase? Do you have anything you want to use?
I do have 1 command point. I don't think there is anything I do want to use. I think I have to go here. You're still damaged too. A little afraid I might lose those guys, but...
Do I have a command point, or is that done?
You do not have a command
Okay.
point. Yes.
I was contemplating all out defense for a 3+ reroll, bit -1 rend, so 4 up, bit reroll 1, but nope. So who are you going to go with first, Grant?
I'm going to go with these Ard Boys.
Alright, we'll be back after the pile-ins. Alright, so we have 3 including the champion and the war chanter, and then 5 into the Ard Boys. So Grant, you want to go with the 5 into the Ard Boys first?
Yeah, so do that one first.
So it needs 2s to hit.
2s to hit.
All but 1.
And then I need 2s to wound as well. All but 1, so that I believe should be 8 total. Yes.
I'm
8.
looking for 5-ups. I passed 2. So that's just going to be 6. I have, I believe, 1 shield left. So let's see if I can make any. Nope. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ard Boys die.
So, I believe this is your champ, right?
Yeah. Let's keep him there if we can.
Okay. I'm assuming you wanted to keep banner and champ.
Sounds good.
Yep, because you can still pile in to be fine.
And now we're going to go into the... that was good. Much better than I expected, actually. Into the War Chanter. Let's see if he can survive. Really hoping he does, guys.
So I need 2s.
All hit.
So they'll hit. And then I need 2s.
All but 1.
So 7 again. -1, 2.
4, 6. So we're looking at... he has 4s normally, he's 4 up save, but he's in cover, so he's got 3 up. So we're looking at 4s. And he's dead. Without a doubt. Alright, so I'm going with my pigs over here. I'm getting 9 attacks from the guys up top still. Needing 3s. 3s to wound. We're looking at
4.
4.
So I'm a...
-1.
4 up, so 5 up. So fail those. So that's going to be 6. I have no shields, so it's going to be death saves. We'll do the piggies first.
We'll do pigs, needing 4s and 4s. Two.
So then...
No rend, so 4 up save.
4s. So I love those.
Alright, so now you take 4 death saves.
So looking for 6s. So none, so I'll lose 2 guys.
So I take 2 guys off, that's pretty good. And I think Grant's going to retaliate with those Ard boys there.
Yes, and then a wound does carry over. We'll put it onto this guy. He'll just pile into here.
He can't. He's close to the other guy.
Oh.
Like
Then instead... Oh, that's fine. So then he'll pile in this way.
Yep.
He'll pile in this way.
All right, using our heads.
Yeah. So we'll put on the middle guy. That's fine. So that's
8 attacks?
Yep, 8 attacks.
2s to hit.
Looking for 2s. Oops, sorry. And then looking for 2s again. So I think it was all but 1. I think you had 3 wounds on him, right? 3 wounds left?
I will find out depending on dice.
So 6 saves. -1, 2.
So they're in cover still, so I'm looking at force. So yeah, we'll kill a guy and
then pass the...
I think there was...
I thought
think
he
there
had
was
2
one
wounds.
left.
I thought he had 2 wounds on. He had 1 left.
I think there was 1 left.
So he's on 1?
So yeah, he would die. And then the champion takes 3.
3. Yeah, so he has 2. Okay.
So now I'm going to retaliate with my champion, my pile limit, and the banner. So champion gets 4 attacks, and the regular guy gets 2. I'm looking for 3s. 3s. 1.
So I have a 5-up. And then a 6-up death save.
2, damage 2.
Oh, apologies, thank you. And then 6-up shield. So I lose a shield boy. So should be shield boy right. He is bridging that gap, I believe. Right? Yes. So I will lose this.
Alright, so battle shock phase. I lost 8 Ard boys over there. I'm at bravery 8, so I'm at dice run. They're gone. And I believe you lost how many over there?
I lost the 1.
You lost 1, you bravery 8, you can't fail it.
Can't fail.
So now we go over here.
I lost 2, bravery 8. So
We're good.
run.
So now we go to Ironjawz turn 2. He took me off that objective. Ironjawz turn 2, Grant. Alright, Ironjawz are pretty desperate. I'm trying to get some points right now. Not points, just trying to secure the points, as you could say. I'm going to try the Hand of Gork again. I need 6 on dice. A 7 to cast. I get 6 on dice, so it's a 7. I believe... Do you want to measure just in case?
I will, just in case. Oh, yeah, because it is a far distance. We've been kind of sitting at that range this whole game. But I think I'm...
You are in range?
Yep.
So you just need 7 on dice?
Yeah, I need 7 on dice because I do have a +1, but I have to beat you.
Yep.
So I need 7 on dice. I'll just roll here for you. Get an
8.
so I
Gone.
didn't stop it.
No magic all game. Alright, I'm going to go to my movement phase. He's going to run and use my last command point to make him go here. He's just going to go here to get an 8 inches of him. Mm-hmm. And the wizard will run. So now I'm going to do the Mighty Bellows, my shooting phase, to him. So I get D6 shots. 3 shots.
That's enough.
2s. 3s. 2. -1.
So he goes to a 4-up save. So he passes 1, fails 1. Has a 5-up. And then a 6-up. So he does take 1 and go to 1.
Alright. Charge phase. I can't charge with the Maul Crusher. He's just kind of sitting around. So then I just go to end of turn. Now I go to the grunt. Oh, I'm sure. Just 1 second. So in the combat phase, I'm actually going to go with my boss over here. He's done a very good job sitting around all game, just fighting. So he needs 3s. 3 hit. He needs 3s again. 1, -1. I just jinxed him.
Looking for a 5-up. Our boys love it.
Pig. 1.
4+.
Of course. Go ahead.
They'll pile in. There'll be 8 attacks. They need 2s. And then they need 2s again. So only 3. -1, 2.
3. So 3 ups go to 4 ups. He passes them all.
He lives.
He lives. So at the end of the turn, I get 2 more.
2 for there, because you've held it for 2 turns.
2 there, 1 here. So 3 puts me a total of 5.
Yes.
All right. So then we're going to go to the turn roll. If I get this, I think I can secure it. If not, I think I'm just going to lose.
Oh, I got a 1.
I got a 6, so I am going to take it.
Gives you a.
And we're going to go into my hero phase. I think I'm going to just try the same thing again. Hand of Gork.
Yep.
Nope.
No, doesn't it go off on a. Oh, I apologize. It doesn't go off on a 6? No, it's a 7.
Yeah.
I apologize, yes.
All right. So now I just go to my movement phase.
You have a free Mighty Destroyers if you want to use it.
I have a free Mighty Destroyers. It is consecutive turns I hold it.
It is.
So I don't know if it's best to go off and try to kill him. But I could, because I'd be getting 3 points from sitting on this turn, putting me to a total of 8.
If you just hit him
8, 9,
there. 2, yeah.
and then you would have
I've
2 turns left.
I've none right now.
So you won't be able to get to this one with any hero. We're gonna do some talking real quick and see what we can do. All right, so we did some math.
Yeah.
If I just sit my Maul Crusher on this objective, that'd be his 3rd turn, consecutive turn for 3 points, and this will be his 2nd consecutive turn, adding to 5 to my already 5 points. And Grant currently has none.
I have no points.
So it is physically impossible for him to grab all 3 objectives, and even if he does, well, actually, there's a slight chance.
I could get them. Like this craziest play of. Oh no, that play doesn't work, Chris. Oh no, it does work in the weirdest way.
He's not a bone splitter.
He's not a bone splitter, which I also have to double check. I think.
The Mighty War Beats.
I need to double check the Warbeat, but I do think, like I said, we talked about it. The Warbeat I think only affects Ironjawz units, which would make a lot of sense. A lot of the abilities are very bone splitters or Ironjawz, and yes. So, no, the plane doesn't work. I can't get over there. I have some abilities to maybe get some things possibly within range, but it won't be close enough.
But he's like 30 inches as the crow flies
So
to this guy. But you got a couple buildings in the way. The Maul Crusher's base definitely prevents him. He's to stay outside of 3.
Like,
She does not want to engage Maul Crusher.
I could get him to move potentially +1 to run in charge with triple move if I get the right spells. But I still think that puts me just out of that 12 inches to even make the charge.
Yeah, so we are going to park the Maul Crush. So my hero phase, I'm going to first cast the Hand of Gork. I'm hoping in 2 games with Ironjawz I can get 1 spell off.
That is true. I don't think you got any of the last game either.
Nope.
You jinxed it.
Womp womp.
You asked for it.
God damn it. So now I'm going to go to the hero phase. I am within range of the monster for Holy Within 18 to Mighty Destroyer for free. He's going to pile an attack. So we are familiar with his stats by now. So 5 attacks, 3s to hit.
Right.
He's going to need 3s to wound. So 2 wound -1.
So I need 5s. So fill them both, so that's 2 damage to hold on to.
And I will do the pigs, needing force. 1 hit. 1 wound from the pig.
4+.
So 3. There you have 5 wounds left.
4
So
6s.
Alright, so I kill 1 in the middle, so he doesn't actually get the pile in.
Banner.
So if I retreated in my turn in the movement phase, one of those guys have to die. Interesting fact.
That is interesting fact. You could do it that way.
And the reason is because you need to maintain a 1-inch coherency. If you cannot in your next move, you need to pull the models so you are now within 1-inch coherency. So since it's my turn, and he did not charge, he will not have to get the pile in if I retreat. So then he'll have 2 guys 1 inch apart. So at that point, he would have to pull 1 away.
Yes. You could do, yeah, definitely. It definitely could kill a guy. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, but I guess depending on what combat you have, they might be fine with doing that.
Don't think I'm going to have any combat, so I think I'm going to keep him there. I think he deserves it.
Yep.
So I'm going to go to my movement phase. I'm going to move this guy 4 inches. I don't even think I'm going to be in range for 12 for a charge.
You could run him just to get close to the objective.
I was going to see if I could possibly get him to make a far at work charge.
Oh, gotcha. See if you can go for it.
I mean, I do have 1 command point.
Oh, that is true. You could go for it. Try and tie.
Mighty Destroyer.
It could tie up these heroes. Mighty Destroyer. Spend a command point in your hero phase and move up the 4, then move them 4 again. Do you want to do that?
And we'll be back. All right. So I just Mighty Destroyer, killed some guys over there, killed a guy over there. We're just going through some plans and ideas because he's pretty much stationary because he has to be within 3 to keep this consecutive, even though that juicy 1 wound rogue idol's there. So I'm actually going to go to my shooting phase.
It's funny. I was just thinking about it, Chris. It's you're stuck in a very orky situation. You can be the Mork side of brutally cunning and kill him, and then try for the long bomb charge to go over here, or the Gork side of Cunningly Brutal and sitting there and letting him get away.
So I think I found an orc way to go in between. So first I'm going to go to the shooting phase. We get D6 shots from the bellowing roar. 3 shots. We need 2s to hit. 3 hit.
So there's a chance.
And 3s to wound.
3's to wound.
3s to wound. 1 wound.
He does only have 1 wound. So
-1, so a 4-up save.
4-up save. He has a built-in 5-up. And then he's got his own 6-up from the Big Wog. Ooh.
Oh!
And he...
Oh! And he crumbles!
He would do mortal wounds to things within 3 inches, but nothing's within 3. So he just...
Alright, so we're liking where this orky plan is going. So now, in my charge phase, I'm going to actually charge him into here because with his base size, he can easily be within 3 inches and just try to wreak some havoc. He's really ticked off. He didn't get it to fight that much this game. So he's still ticked off. He didn't kill the Rogue Island melee.
Yep.
So he screamed at him out of frustration, and he just kind of crumbled.
He broke rocks apart with the voice of the Maw Crusher.
So he's going to try to charge over there. So I get a +1.
I think you're out of 5.
So I'm out of 5. I am going to use my command point because I have 1, and I'm going to reroll the charge. All right,
Wherever he wants.
worth it. Smash. So first I'm going to roll my Destructive Bulk, which I'm still at my top bracket, so I'm going to be rolling 8 dice, needing 5 to do mortal wounds.
No. Okay. I was trying to see if you could be out of half an inch and out of 3 inches to possibly calm the line, but you can't.
Might be on this fig over here.
He's too close to you because it's...
I have to be only a half inch.
Yeah, but look, this is half an inch, and look how much extra space there is.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Alright, so 8 dice into his War Chanter, needing 5s. So I got 3 mortal wounds.
Alright. So I need 6s. He stops 1, but takes 2.
Alright. So now we are going to...
4 left. 7?
So pile the Maw Crusher in. He's going to put 4 meaty fists into the War Chanter, 4 into the Wargog Prophet. He's going to put 2 attacks from up top into the War Chanter, 2 in the Wargog Prophet, and 4 into the Wardock in the back. So I'm going to first start on the War Chanter, who's already wounded. So he gets 4 fists to... Oh, I'm in the command phase. I'm going to give myself +1 to hit.
Or did you want a Wog?
I don't think Wog takes a command point.
I believe it does.
So back to that, give him +1 to hit. So the 4 attacks into the War Chanter from the meaty fists. Needing 2s. Got 1 of that from the +1 to hit.
And the +1 matters, yeah.
And 3s to wound. 3 wound. -2. So I believe he has a 6-up.
6-up. So 6-up. Passes 1.
So
I think that's 4 damage apiece, right?
3 damage, because he's not War Chanted.
Oh, that's right. 3 damage.
So that's 6. You want to roll those death saves and see if I can guarantee a smashing and bashing?
So we'll see. He does die.
Alright, he dies. So then the 4 meaty fists into the Wargog Prophet. Same thing, needing 2s. All hit. Needing 3s. Ooh, 1. -2.
He does not have a save. He's a 5-up.
So that is 3 damage.
3 damage.
And then
so
the
he'll take his 6s. Fails them.
The 2 attacks from up top into the Wargog. Needing 2s. Missing 1. And needing a 3. -1.
So 6-up.
So that would be
2 damage, right?
2 damage.
And then so that's going to be 6s. 2. So he has 2 wounds left.
2 wounds. That is a shame. So now I'm going to put the last 4 attacks up top into that Wardock. It is going to be 2 to hit. And 3s to wound. 2 wound. -1.
He does not have a save.
So that is 4 damage, and I believe he has 5 wounds, doesn't he?
Yep, he does. So 6s. So he does take it, but he's alive with 1 wound left.
Alright, so not great on the wound rolls for my guys. I think Grant's going to go over here with his Ard Boys.
Smashing and bashing. You kill
Smashing and
War
bashing,
Trainer.
I killed. Thank you, Grant. I've been kind of forgetting about that. So my new love over here, he's doing a fantastic job.
He is doing a good job.
5 attacks up top, needing 3s. All but 1, needing 3s again. 2 at -2, 2 at -1.
So there'll be 5-ups. And then I'll save the damage for the end.
So now the piggies. 4. And 4s. Ooh, 2. Big ones to finish you off.
So 4+. So he likes those. And then the death save, 6s. So I do lose this guy.
1 wound shy of killing the champion off. That is a shame. Grant, who are you going with next?
I think the champion is gonna give your piggy the respect and finish him off.
Oh,
So it's gonna be 2s. And
he's
then
stuttering.
it's gonna be 2s. So 3 at -1, and he's still 2 damage.
3 at -1, so I need 4s. And he goes down. That's a shame. All right, so how about some of your little heroes over there?
Yeah, so my heroes have some weird attacks. We'll start with this Wardock. We'll just pile him in. He's got 1 attack. If you don't mind, I'm actually going to do the 2 Wardocks at the same time.
Sounds good to me. Same attack profile.
Yep. So they're just 2 attacks.
All right.
4 is normally, so 3s to hit. Both hit.
2 hit.
3s to wounds, so 2s to wounds. So 2. No rend.
Oh, they're actually 4s to hit, but we'll continue.
Okay. So
no rend.
No rend, but
3
D3 damage.
3 to 3 ups. Takes 1, so D3.
D3. So take 3.
Takes 3. Puts him down to 11.
And then the Wargog will swing at you.
And the Wargog's attack is actually pretty good, I believe.
Yeah, he's not terrible. So his first attack is 4 attacks. So we'll do this. Remember, it's normally 4s. So now it's going to be 3s. Sorry, normally 4s, but then it's 3s, but then it's back to 4s because you're -1. So we need...
From the Griffleather Charm.
So we need 4s. So 2 hit.
2 hit.
And then he has 3, so now 2s. So 2, no rend, but D3 damage.
So 3s. Oh, failed another.
So D3, 1.
1, so I'm down to 10.
And then his last attack is D3 attacks. So
3.
3. Oh, he's angry. This is his Fanged Maul, by the way. He's biting you. So 4 is normally, so stays there because of the +1, -1. So 4s, 2 hit. And then he needs 2s because it's only 3s. So
-1.
No minus, just 1 damage.
So 3 ups. He does not get bitten. So is that all of his attacks?
Yes, that is all of there's your guys' attacks.
So at the end of my phase turn, I get 3 from the Maul Crusher.
Yep.
And I get 2 from him, putting me at 10 to grant 0 victory points.
And he can actually run because there's
Actually,
no more banner.
the Ard Boy could
So
run
on
a
a
bear.
6 he'll run. He doesn't.
Ooh. All right, good game, Grant.
Yep. Good game.
And we're back.
Welcome, more gamers. Thanks for watching the game. I think Grant and I had a hell of a game.
Yeah, I think it was a really, really big back and forth game. I think there's a lot of key things that we thought were going to happen and then didn't happen.
So I want to apologize to some of the viewers. I became a negative Nancy during the game. A lot of things did not go my way that really was kind of crucial. You know, kind of things that were really expected based on math. And I guess you just really got to realize that this is not a game of math. I play that way, and it doesn't always work that way. So I apologize. Some of my mood was that. I just want to be honest with you guys. Just my competitive spirit just gets all ticked off. But it's a part of the game. It's for fun, but it's also competitive. We're both trying to win. In the end, I ended up winning off objectives. I had, at my turn 4, I had 10 points. Grant had 0. So even if he captured the other 3 objectives for his turn 4 and turn 5, that would only net him a total of 9 points. So it's not possible for him to win. So we ended up calling it a little longer of a game. Definitely got to see what the Rogue Idol could do.
Agreed, yeah. I think we saw what a lot of cool models could do. I think we saw what the Rogue Idol could do. I definitely think we all saw a good performance from your Gruntas. Your Gruntas, even though they did kind of whiff that first round of combat, the Big 86, I think they moved so fast. And you have to think, like, we were 20 frames apart from each other. And you had 3 units charge me turn 1. I moved up a little bit, but I mean, I'm orcs. I'm only moving about 5 inches at best.
Mm-hmm.
And you really got on in there.
So yeah, I really like that's the Mighty Destroyer where I take the Brutish Cunning as well as the Iron Fist to get the free 2 Mighty Destroyers, and I used one of my own command points turn 1, and I got them up there. I'm really not pleased with the Shaman at all. This is my second game playing with him, and I've yet to get Hand of Gorkov. So I'm thinking maybe the 120 points might be best spent elsewhere.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. I mean, if 120 points can easily be 5 extra Ard Boys with a few shaving some points. I mean,
I got a command point to play with 170 points then.
That's another 3 Gruntas.
I could do another 3 Gruntas.
2 units of 6.
That would be 2 units of 6 and a unit of 3.
That feels like a lot.
Or strong. It's not a Grunta heavy. I do kind of like the Ard Boys themselves. I'm not operating the best right now, but if I maybe find some ways to get more Ard Boys in, if I take some Gruntas out and the extra Shaman. Even with 120 points, I could do a clean swap with a War Chanter. That's possible.
That's true. Have a third one.
But definitely, there's been some times in the game where I wish I had, a third War Chanter, especially those 3 Gruntas that charged in the Archer's turn 1, the Savage Orc Arc Boys. Arbor Boys. If they were damage 2, I think I would have been because then you got the next...
You would have been chunking me way harder. There would have been at least 2 full combats that they would have just been damaged to, and I would have had to do a lot more to deal with them at that point.
So I could have killed like 4 to 5 more guys. You know, could have affected Battle Shock or forced command points at that point. Yep. We kind of forgot the Wargok Prophet generated command points on a 4+ at the start of the hero phase. So I think you only had 1 turn. Your turn 3 where you were able to actually use it, utilize it.
Turn 1 if I missed it, but to be fair, it's a 50-50. I could have just forgot. I just could have not gotten it. So
but you did get it at the time you used it.
Yeah, I did get it, which works out. And it's nice. I remember we were talking about lists before, and I was tempted to drop them. I couldn't remember why I wanted to keep them. We wound up keeping them, and then I think this is one of the reasons.
Yeah, so we had some solid plays. Grant had solid plays with his Rogue Idol, kept it back turn 1 because he wasn't sure what was going to go on with it. I agree with that. I think it would have been unwise if he charged it in because I could have just Mighty Destroyered my Maul Crusher around, and apparently a Maul Crusher can't kill it in one go. I think it normally could, but I had some pretty poor rolls, and he had some good rolls. So the Maul Crusher was, brought him down to 2 wounds. I had chunked up 1 more with shooting later, and then the whole Ard Boy again too. I should have walked at that point. I would have gotten a couple extra attacks, and I think that would have been the best if I'd done that, but that was just a misplay on my part. That's where I think where I was a little frazzled, and I just wasn't thinking clearly. So, with Grant used some neat spells. Definitely benefited his army. Used the Gur spell again.
He used the Gur spell, Cower, and Len, which I think a lot of the Gur spells are very mediocre, but that one seems pretty good. It's a little specific. It makes a monster not be able to charge, but it really helped there because it let me, even though it's somewhat backfired because you got the double turn and then could do what you wanted to do, but it still let me feel like I could move away from the Maul Crusher and not have to deal with it right away. Which sometimes, I think that's the biggest benefit of Ironjawz is everything's a threat, and when you're like, alright, well there's 10 Ard Boys, and there's a Maul Crusher, I gotta kill one of them, I can't kill both. Yep. How to kind of find a way to at least feel good about not killing one right there.
Alright.
Yeah.
So if you could have changed one thing you did in your game, whether it be deployment, to magic, or choosing to combat, what would you have changed?
I think it was my deployment. I think I have a huge mental block when I have like lists like this where in my head it's like, okay, my wizards get the +1 from being around a Rogue Idol. My wizards are also trying to cast things on specific units, so they kind of want to bunch up. And in a game where I need to spread my heroes out to objectives, I had 4 of my 5 sitting right next to each other the whole game. Going for the middle objective that they couldn't do because the Maul Crusher was staring at them like, do it, come at me. Because he'll eat them. He'll eat them every day of the week.
See, I've run into that issue when I play Blood Gullets with my Maul tribes. I try to keep 2 wizards always by the Maul pot to get benefit from the +1, and I always find myself in a similar issue where I wish I branched them out so I could actually be in range for spells, buffs from the Slaughtermaster's pot if I have that out. I did that in the last game. I forgot to move him. Forgot to use the pot the entire time. So I really, a couple things. I agree. I think your deployment definitely kept you back.
Yeah. I think it did. I think it's also, I think the one good thing about Ironjawz too is like when I was playing against, like me deploying against you, everything was so rough because it's like, well, I wanted to put a Rogue Idol on the front line. I want to put Arch on the front line and maybe get in those ranges, and I can't because I have to look at the fact that you've got 12 Gruntas and any one of those can just hit my front line because they can move 18. Same with the Maul Crusher. You moved it, and even Ard Boys, sure, 24 away, you could move them 8, give them 3-6 charge. It's not great, but it's a chance. Or even
it's a 16-inch charge, getting +3.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean,
or even
13 on 3 dice. Hand of Gork, that was one
better
thing.
Example, I think.
I really wish I kind of got the Hand of Gork off earlier, because then I would have had a little more freedom with the Maul Crusher in the middle, where I can just, because I would have been generating the victory points from turn 1 or 2, and I would have been able to let the Maul Crusher go more free, you could say, and try to smash some things. So it was very... Grant did a good job of trying to negating my Maul Crusher this match. I think it was smart. He tried staying away from it, and it worked. And then he used that one spell where I couldn't charge. So I think that he really, continues to show some nifty mechanics in the game to try to aid him. And unfortunately, it didn't pan out this time, but I like the thought process in the future could work out. So
those realm spells can be tricky ones, which I like playing with them. I think they add something to the game.
Oh, the realm spells I think are fantastic. I just not able to benefit from them. Just having one wizard, just kind of one-trick pony with my wizard.
I do feel like that's the thing when you're just Sigmar. I feel like sometimes it's you either go wizards or you don't. I feel like it's very rare. Like I feel like you can go one wizard, but it always feels rough because you're always going against someone who has a plus to this spell or has a range of this spell, or your hero phase is let me try to cast my one spell. It didn't go off, and then magic just feels bad.
Yep. Yeah. So I agree with that. So, Grant, what do you think your MVP was of the game?
I think my MVP was my Rogue Idol. I think he got the buffs he needed, and when he went to fight stuff, I mean, to be fair, he really only fought those Gruntas, but I think he made you think about them the entire time. I feel like you were afraid of him and knew what he could do, and so when he got out there, he killed them, and then you had to deal with him.
Yes.
And he was tanky enough to just withstand the Maw Crusher for one turn.
Totally did.
So I think he definitely did the most for the army. I think everyone else did good, but I think he did the most of setting the tone for what I was trying to do.
All right. My MVP for the game would be the 3 Gruntas with the axes. Turn 1, they charged in to the archers and did not leave combat until the end of the game. They were just chewing away, grinding, sat in cover there to get that 3-up save. I think I tried using that benefit of cover for those guys as well as the War Chanter.
Yeah. I think it was really good. I think it was a mistake on my part too, but I never retreated. I have a bad idea, but I always think the archers can kill what they're fighting, and they never can, so I let them sit there for too long.
And it definitely, charged his flank, having only 6 guys to attack in for a couple rounds of combat. And with a 3-up save and no Ren, they were really just kind of sitting around. The shooting was pretty good, but again, to the 3-up with no Ren is difficult, where he could have been shooting the Maw Crusher and getting a -1 to the Ren, because when Savage Work Archer boys shoot a monster, they get -1 Ren on hit rolls of a 6, I believe.
No, you're just a monster, so I get -1 to rend you. It's one of those neat bone splitters. Hey, you're a monster, we do a couple extra things.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. They could have been shooting the Maw Crusher, which now puts the Maw Crusher at a weird range of, hey, I don't want to be in 18 inches of the the Arrow boys, and now I could have kind of boxed him out of some objectives more.
Yeah.
But since they were there, those Archer boys were stuck there, just in that grind, and they were not winning it.
So we obviously again made some mistakes this game. We thought we covered some of them. Some we most likely forgot. So if you could please point them out in the comments, we'd really appreciate that. We'd like to try to fix our gameplay. We thought we were tight players until we started recording this, and then kind of going back. Yeah, we don't like doing that. We just want to kind of go with the flow. So we appreciate you guys watching. If you want to have any comments on our process of recording, sound, game style, please let us know. Hopefully we can make those improvements. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if this was entertaining to you.